myself out of fear. There's a lot of beliefs that I have and a lot of habits that I hold that make me feel like I'm not good enough or not worthy or not allowed to do things. And I think it's stupid. And I look at people all around the world who are willing to do all manner of embarrassing and humiliating things and never once feel an ounce of shame. And I think maybe there's some middle ground there, you know? Maybe there's a way to exist without limiting yourself and giving into, like, shame, without having to also, I don't know, swing around and humiliate yourself. As part of that process of facing and observing myself and the ways in which I limit myself, I'm like kind of learning, I guess, some things about how I seem to be operating. For example, I find that I can record videos like this where I'm cleaning much more easily than I can record the whisper voiceovers. I think that those take a bit more planning for me to be able to speak fluently or fluidly, and that means that I find them to be more pressure, and I'm more of a perfectionist around them. But videos like this, where I'm cleaning, or the study with me videos where I work and record myself, these make me do things. They make me focus when I couldn't. This is times I'm excited to get the camera out and play around and do things and fuss in my space, or, you know, I can like write much more easily when I'm recording myself. But when it's time to edit, I am much more comfortable editing the whisper rambles. I'm much more comfortable posting the whisper rambles. I think maybe because they're scripted a bit and structured enough, and I have like fussed over the preparation. I don't know. But I'm finding that I end up with footage that I don't know what to do with. I'm still learning a lot. For example, I was originally going to use the sound of me crinkling paper and unpacking things as background ASMR, but it was about 1,000 degrees in that room, and I needed the fan on to be able to even be in there, and that kind of ruined the audio pretty bad, actually. I don't know if it's something I could salvage, so I now have this footage but no audio, and like, what do I do? So, you know, I guess I'm turning this into a vlog, because then I can still use the footage but not be unbearable in the audio, hopefully. But I think that this is also kind of like what I was saying before about, I don't really know what I'm trying to do. I feel like I don't know if I'm supposed to make the same study with me videos over and over and over again. If I should be switching up angles or adding different things like lo-fi music or rain sounds or things like that. There's like, I guess I can use my metrics to guide me a little in some of that, but sometimes what I've recorded is also guiding me, so it's kind of challenging. And I guess for me, I'm trying to just finish things now and just make things that feel good enough so that I can learn. Learning is important. Learning is important to me. So I'm kind of just trying to find ways to just go with it and let it be what it's gonna be, and then use that to decide on what I'm doing next. And then maybe that process will allow me to find my voice and find my direction a little bit better. And I would also like to cultivate an actual kind of community or audience, where it's not just metrics. I took a class recently about creating an audience, and they really talked a lot about it not being metrics, and that feels so much better to me. I have no idea how it works, but I would love to find out, so I'm trying to filter all of my goals through that, but it does still make me feel a little bit lost. Not. I also feel quite hopeful. I know that skills can be built and that things can be learned, so it'll be okay. And I'm just focusing now on finding ways to just create enough that I can find a flow, find what works and what feels good. And so today I'm showing you a little insight into some of the ritual, I guess, that I put together to help me with this process. Specifically, what I'm doing is unpacking the last of my boxes. I've lived in this house for a year now, but I still haven't finished moving into this room, and it feels like I would like to. I know me, and I know that I'm holding on to these boxes because I'm bracing for upheaval and uncertainty. So I am trying out. Part of my ritual of release is to unpack these and trust that I can create my own stability, and that I can cope with upheaval if it comes my way. That I at least do not need to remain braced for it in its absence. I can let go of that. That is a huge part of the types of fear that I'm talking about that cause me to limit myself. That's very symbolic to me of everything I've been talking about. This is why I enjoy or find it very useful to practice secular witchcraft. I don't personally believe in much supernatural, but I like having practical things that I can do to help myself. I need that interactive meditation. I believe I've mentioned this before. This ritual that I'm showing you a part of, it's, in a lot of ways, it's just cleaning, but for me, I like things. I like to line them up. I like to see them and they make me happy, and I'm honoring that by getting out the last of my things, unpacking them so that they are available for me to use, and so that I'm not limiting myself. I picked this time to do this because the moon is at its smallest point, and moon lore in witchcraft says that when the moon is about to roll over to the new moon, that is a time for you to focus on things like rest and cleansing and renewal. And I think that after an emotionally charged period of being frozen and trying to get unstuck. I think that rest and renewal are fantastic focuses. So, that's what I'm doing. I love to collect things that have symbolic meanings. I like to use the lore of things and the symbolism attached to things to keep visual reminders around me of what my goals and my intentions are. Let me give you an example. Juniper is a plant that tends to represent protection, specifically from theft, and I like to use it in spell jars that I make that help me focus on what kinds of relationships I want in my life, because to me I want to learn to protect myself from things like gaslighting and manipulation and other behavioral patterns that rob me of my sense of self. So I like to have little jars available with juniper berries in them and other herbs with other meanings that reflect other bits of context around what I want in my life. And then I can look at it and see that it is there and I still want it, and just have what I want in my life triggered in my head so that I can think about it and keep it at the forefront of my mind without having to rely on my actual memory too much. But I just mean keep it at the front of my mind, and then that's what I will that's what I'm working towards, is healthy relationships or just the ability and the discernment to be able to protect myself in those environments. So, being a witch and having all of that symbolism and all of that lore right at my fingertips so that I can construct these goals and I can construct these intentions or whatever, and then each piece I'm touching by hand and setting out, it's very focusing and very meditative and grounding. It involves many of my senses because I also like the way that herbs smell. A fresh herb spell jar is so fragrant and beautiful, and often colorful as well. Not always, but often they are quite colorful. And then I also love having an altar because I feel like it's an expression of my neurology. You know what I mean? It's my mind is a cloud of thought, not a train of thought, so to speak. And I tend to think in very detached and free floating ways, and I can get lost in tangents very easily. And having a visual representation of that, where I can again touch each piece and know and be focused and grounded, it's just it makes me happy. It makes me feel good and inspired, and it's fun and it's dorky. It honors my inner child, and it's I don't know, it's just a really good time for me. And even though I'm apprehensive to share this and worried that people maybe won't watch it or care, I still am excited because it is honest. This is an honest expression and view of me and who I am and what I do with my life and how I exist and interact with the world around me. And I'm looking forward to just putting that out there. You never know what's gonna happen, And honestly, going back to metrics, a lot of the videos that I put out that don't because they don't get a lot of views. Like one of my there's one video that has like maybe like 70 views on it or something like that, but the average watch time is 9 minutes. So obviously I did something right there, even if it didn't reach a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, there's different shades to success. There's different ways to define what it means to do well, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, this is me practicing release, ritualizing it so that I can take care of myself and do what's best for myself and help myself unfreeze and become able to create again. And because you're watching this video, it's worked, so that's really fun. After I do this, I am also going to do some other stuff. Like, I've made a whole night of this, so I'm gonna finish cleaning up in here, and then I'm going to after I clean up in here, okay, and then I'm going to go and take a shower. I'm gonna hang a bunch of lavender up in the shower, and I'm gonna light some incense and make out some music I really love and just kind of sing my heart out and have a good time, and really just kind of like relax and ground on that whole thing. And then afterwards I'm just gonna kind of like ground and relax and just have fun and enjoy myself. Then I'm going to make a salt scrub with Epsom salt and lavender oil. I'm gonna just mix up a really quick little scrub, and I'm going to use that, and then with the extra I'm gonna like soak in it, because there will be extra, and because with Epsom salt, using it as a scrub, it doesn't like go away, so just like take a bath and soak in it. And then I'm gonna do a tarot reading. I have a new spread that I'm going to try, because I've been experimenting with the new spreads a lot, so I'll pop a couple of pictures up of that. So yeah, I think that's about all I want to talk about. If you want to tell me about the stuff that you do to like get unstuck, it would be really cool to hear about it, and you can leave a comment down below. If you're still watching, I sincerely appreciate it.